Hello, students. Today we are going to be uh, doing a project, and I'm going to be using the Screencast-O-Matic. So today's broadcast is brought to you by the Screencast-O-Matic, which is a fine product, and I think we know it's a fine product because it ends with the O-Matic uh, suffix. So anytime someone sells a product and it ends with O-Matic, that's a sign that it's probably a really good product. Okay. So we're going to move on. Today, what I want you guys to do on Monday, April 6th, is you're going to create or you're going to get started with this thing called a Confucius Advice slideshow. So what on earth is this? Well, let's start over here. Okay, so you start off with this question of the day. Okay, how Confucius are you? Okay, and this is all based on that little survey thing that you should have taken on Friday. Um, and there's your Confucius score. All A's were basically things that were total opposite of Confucius. All C's were things that were very Confucian. Okay, then the second question we have is, do you talk during solitaire? Now, there's a rumor going around that Mr. Thomas talks during solitaire because there's this rumor, I don't know where it started, but that some people say that Mr. Thomas sometimes talks to himself. In fact, I'm kind of talking to myself right now. But the truth of the matter is, I don't know how to play solitaire. So for those of you who thought Mr. Thomas definitely trash talks during solitaire, nope, I don't, because I don't know how to play solitaire. So there you have it, those of you wondering. Anyways, moving on with this Screencast-O-Matic. All right, so what are we actually doing today? Okay, you're going to be listening. Well, first off, you're listening to my Screencast-O-Matic presentation. Okay, but as we go, what we're going to be doing is doing this slideshow. So click on here, okay, and you're going to be creating this slideshow, and it's going to be on a Google Slides, and it's going to be the format is all on this Google Slideshow right here. So let's go ahead and why don't you click on this and go ahead and make a copy. So I'm going to make my own copy. So this is my copy of my own copy. All right, so I make a copy of the entire presentation. All right, so here I am. I have the entire slideshow on my pre on my Screencast-O-Matic, and it's been copied. Okay, so as you guys know, Confucius is this really influential philosopher, right? He plays a huge role in Chinese culture and government. And so you're going to be creating a slideshow applying Confucian values to Crown Point today. And while doing so, the meat of this assignment really is motivational slides. Okay, so we've all seen motivational posters, and we've all seen something that basically is like, hey, you need to. Teachers are notorious for these motivational posters, right? You have like hard work up top, and then it's got like a picture of somebody climbing a mountain, and then it says like, he who works hard will blah 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 or something like that. That's what you're going to be doing. Okay, teachers are notorious for these motivational slides because or motivational posters because we're broke, right? We're really poor, and so we go to Amazon, and we're, plus a lot of us are really bad interior decorators, myself in particular, and so we buy these 50-cent Amazon posters, and we have empty space on our walls. We're like, we got to cover it. So we cover it up with these motivational posters that we buy for 50 cents. So good example of one of these motivational posters would be, where is it? Don't I have one? Ah, there it is. Yes. Okay. You've all probably seen this one, right? Respect, give it to get it, and you got the handshake. That's kind of what you're going to be doing here. Okay. All right. So a little more detail on this. Going back to your slideshow. Okay. What are Confucian values? So a value is considered an important trait by, or is a trait that's important to a group of people. All right, so you've read Confucius statements, and you should know that Confucius said you should be this way, right? Respectful, especially of authority, people like your parents, your boss, your teacher. You're supposed to live in moderation, be humble, be honest, work hard, be focused and well planned, fair, all those things. And on the opposite, he said you should not be this way, rebellious, gluttonous, where you basically overindulge, cocky, dishonest, spacey, all of those things, right? They're all there. Okay, so those are Confucian values, and values, when I say they're shared by a group of people, it could be a culture, could be a country. People say like American values, could be religious. Okay, and by the way, these values are not completely exclusive to a group of people. Um, um, so what I want you guys to do is you're going to create this slideshow like Confucius is explaining how to live here at Taft Middle School. All right. And so you're going to take those things like respect, live in moderation, and you're going to come up with different slides explaining how you do this. Okay. All right. So your requirements are listed on slide, I think it's slide 11. Okay. And so this is the final product that will be due um, on Friday. Okay, so it says 8 slides total. You're going to have a title slide. You're going to have 5 of those motivational slides. That's, as I said before, this is kind of the meat of the assignment. Okay, all right. You're going to have 1 slide explaining who Confucius was with a picture. And then in your final slide, you're going to have celebrity testimonials, okay, where they explain how this slideshow just changed their lives. Okay. Um, so, anyways, the first thing I want you guys to do is actually only do. Um, I really just want you to complete 2 slides for today. Okay. So, what I would like you guys to do is the slideshow. I want you to do slides 12, and it says slides, well, basically it's listed here on slide 12 and 13. Okay, so this is kind of where the assignment begins, at least on the slideshow, right? And so what I want you guys to do is 1 title slide and 1 motivational slide, right? Okay, so anyways, the title slide, it could be a variety of things. So right here, I put Confucius says, right? And then it just says there's a subtitle, Words of Wisdom to Taft Students, okay? Um, I'll say from Confucius. So also then I'd like to have maybe a picture on this. So underneath it, let's say I insert an image underneath it, or I guess some of you guys could do this as a background. I'm just going to insert an image on below. So I go to insert image from, mine's download on my computer, but you guys could do this a variety of way from your Google account. Okay, and let's see here. Where do I have an image? There it is. There we go. We got picture of Crown Point. Okay, Taft Middle School. Okay, and so of course I'll have to shrink it so it doesn't block everything. Okay, all right. Now I'm going to adjust this right here. I guess I'll do one of these. All right, so again, you can do it a variety of different ways, but so there you go. There's my slide. There's my title slide, right? This is kind of like a book cover. And I've got a picture of Taft Middle School, and I've got a title. Okay, and you can choose a lot of different, slide formats as well. Okay, all right. So what do we mean by motivational slide? As I said before, good example of this, like these are motivational posters. So you're going to create like motivational posters here, and you're going to create 5 of them. But today you're just going to do 1. Okay. So when you do this, what I want you to do is you're going to put the value up top, and then you're going to insert the image, okay? And then you're going to have the same, okay? So the value comes from here, okay? Um, no, sorry, I'm sorry. The value comes from here, sorry, slide 2, okay? It says you should be respectful of authority, these things, okay? So if I put respect up top, okay, all right, so here we go. We got value. Okay, so I go ahead and put respect. Okay, so now I want a picture. By the way, this is Yanni. He's amazing. He changed my life. All right, but I'm gonna get rid of Yanni. Okay, and I need, and then we have a statement. Okay, so it says create your modern statement here. Okay, so what do kids sometimes do that's disrespectful? Let's say one thing that kind of drives teachers nuts is kids play video games, right? We're trying to explain to you what to do, and we try to play video games. So what does a kid do then after playing the video game? Then they ask us a question that we just explained, right? So I'm going to say this. He who plays games on his computer will ask a dumb question next. Okay? All right, we've all had that moment. And if we don't want to be gender biased, we'll say the student. The student who plays games on their on their computer, his or her, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Okay, we'll ask a dumb question next. Okay, so what picture would we put on here? How about I put a picture of a kid playing Tetris. So I Google image, kid playing Tetris, or Tetris. All right, so there we go. This one looks good, right? All right, so I copy, or I go to this. All right, so I copy the image and I go ahead and insert the image on here, okay? All right, and of course I'll want to size it. All right, okay. So now, of course, I don't want you to just copy exactly what I have, okay? I want you guys to create your own, but hopefully this is starting to make some sense to you, okay? You're going to basically have the value up top. You're going to have an image that kind of correlates. Well, first off, that I would go then and make the saying, and then you're going to have an image that goes along with the saying, okay? All right, and total, you're going to have five of these motivational posters, but today, or five of these motivational slides. But today, I just want you to create, just create one. Okay. Now, when you're finished, go ahead and submit it into the Dropbox. Okay. So go ahead and hit the Dropbox and submit it. You can edit this, of course, as you go along in your or as you go along through the project. Okay. So go ahead and get started. And as I said before, Friday is the target date for this to be completed. Okay. All right. So have at it. Good luck.